Hi folks, I'm here with The Roar, and I am here with the group called Evil Twins. How did you guys come up with that name?
Well, we're both in another rock band called Artifact, and
four-piece band.
Yeah, with keyboards and bass, and it's a little bit more on the poppy side of rock.
The what side?
The poppy.
Ooh, this is another word. We need to know what you mean by poppy. Other than poppy seeds.
Yeah. Well, I would describe it as something that has more hooks in it. It's maybe a little bit more friendly for the radio in general. And anyway, basically what ended up happening was we all met at Washburn. We're all students at Washburn University. And,
same here.
Yeah, excellent. And our bass player and our keyboard player ended up moving to Kansas City and Lawrence, respectively. And while we still gig with that band, and we're still optimistic about the future of Artifacts, essentially, Dave and I just live a mile away from each other.
7 blocks, actually.
Yeah, we just had to keep playing.
So you wasn't joking when you lived on Mars?
We weren't joking, we really are.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we just took advantage of our close proximity, and we play every day.
And our love for playing together. I think that's really what sparked Evil Twin more than anything. Yeah. Besides Artifact kind of getting a little more spread out.
So you still didn't clarify. I don't understand. Evil Twin?
Yeah, so
neither one of you are twins, but you both could be evil.
Yeah,
okay.
How do you know?
Right.
We both have our evil sides.
Exactly.
Yeah. Dave is a little more obviously evil, but since I'm the nicer one, I have the more potential, I feel like,
so
to be evil.
It's more philosophical.
In a Ted Bundy sort of way. You know, very charming, but we'll stab you in the back.
Yeah, he'll turn on you at any minute. People just keep hitting things and they assume the worst.
Yeah, well, so we went back and forth about the name of the band for a long time. And essentially, I guess what happened was we started thinking about our roots in Artifact and the music that we were making as a duo, and it just seemed to be a little bit more demented.
A little bit, a little darker.
Yeah. So you guys like how does this music fade into your personalities? Is it an evil part of your personality that you're trying to convey out there to your audience?
Sometimes. It definitely can be. I think there's a lot of self-expression in this music, a lot more improvisation. But the set we're playing tonight, we had to fill 3 hours, and honestly, the Evil Twin songs that we don't have enough to fill.
No.
Maybe 1 hour.
Yeah.
So we both have a pretty decent jazz background, which really helps with us. You kind of combine the rock, we're able to riff and find some really nice grooves, and then just expand on those as much as we can, and that's when the personality really shows through. Different ideas get traded around. Sometimes it's melancholy, sometimes it gets really explosive.
Do you feel the audience with this? How do you? Because I know you don't come up with a menu that you're going to perform. What you're going to perform, you just let it come out.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yes.
Yeah,
and then do you look at the audience and say, let's wake them up a little, or?
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of that has to do with the context of the bands that people have seen in the past live around Topeka. And we try.
Don't worry.
Yeah. We try really hard to separate ourselves from the other acts. Not necessarily in a good or bad way. We just want to be different, really.
There are some great acts locally. But,
yeah, definitely.
You guys, you got competition out there, and there's a lot of unique style bands that are out there.
Yeah.
What makes you have the audacity to say that you're unique? Give us that clue.
Well,
putting you on the spot. That's why I call it The Raw.
There's only 2 of us.
And there's only 2 of you evil.
Yeah. There's a lot of sound coming from 2 people, in my opinion. But I think the uniqueness just comes from being who we are, and just you asked us about the audience earlier, and I guess a more direct answer to both of those questions would be that it's good to respect people and not to step on the audience's toes by doing something that they don't like. But usually in my experience, especially when I'm improvising, and I think you'll agree, just doing the stuff that you love to do is what turns people on the most. So what we try to do is what we love, and it seems like every time we really are the most excited about what we've done after a show, those are the nights where a lot of people have come up and congratulated us and asked us to come back and stuff like that. So
if we follow our hearts on stage, people notice that. They can feel that as well.
It's a passion.
Our black,
you bring out
hearts.
that passion.
Black, heavy, rotten hearts.
Yeah.
So, have you guys performed in other cities yet?
Yeah,
or is this,
Dave and I are both pretty well experienced with.
I mean,
Kansas
together
area.
as you guys.
Yeah, we played.
Not in other bands, I don't mean.
Well, Evil Twin is primarily played in Topeka. We played a little bit in Lawrence. We have a show booked in Kansas City.
So you're Topeka based?
We are based.
Okay. Well, when you said Washburn University, you know, it's a university.
They have the online stuff and everything.
Sure,
Yeah.
we can almost be anywhere. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I guess I'm almost running out of words here because you all said a lot about yourselves and who you are and why you do what you do.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, just having the passion that you have brings out the quality that I heard. Like I walked here and I could hear the uniqueness in your instruments. And coming out of that, it comes, where does that uniqueness come from?
You know, I think
I already have an idea, but I'm not going to say nothing. I want to hear from you.
I think a lot of it's a personality thing. Ross and I have pretty big personalities.
both of us.
Yeah, both of us.
I consider this band to be two frontmen. It's really
Yeah.
Two what? I'm sorry?
Two frontmen.
Two frontmen.
Definitely. We're both on stage.
It's like Robert Plant and Roger Daltrey in the same band.
Yeah.
So what I was hearing, is that jazz?
Sure.
It has.
Oh, you said sure too quick.
Well,
You know,
the
but
way I see it
you
is-
know, I'm curious.
the way I
What's
see
the
it is,
secret here?
we both have jazz sensibilities, and we add a lot of the things that maybe we've learned from playing jazz or private lessons into the sound. And since it is all improvised, I mean, it's very instinctual.
Right.
That's where our
And some of it's the
background is.
technicality stuff.
Yeah.
The licks and the harmonics we
Memorized
use.
stuff.
The memorized stuff that we spend a bunch of hours practicing.
Yeah.
You know, daily.
How many instruments you all play with?
Well, I sing, play guitar, play bass. I mean, I picked up drums just for the overall musicality.
Right.
of it.
Same. I play enough guitar that I know what this feels like.
So you guys can both fire each other and just be your own band?
Actually, there was one time we were rehearsing in my house, and you know, we'd been playing for like 2 or 3 hours. We took a break and said, hey, let's switch for a little while. So I'm playing guitar, and Ross is playing the drums, and it's after the noise.
We're loud.
Oh,
we
yeah,
are loud.
it's loud. So after the noise curfew, and 2 cops show up,
Yeah.
tell us to quiet down, and they were both like, man, that was really good stuff in there. And we were just laughing. We're like, this is one of our main instruments, man.
Yeah.
It was pretty
It was
hysterical.
a nice. It was a good sign.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And
But we pull from all those. You know, we play in funk bands or blues bands. I'm a percussion major, so I've got the whole kind of classical thing sitting in the back.
Wow. You guys do theater any?
I've done a little theater in the past.
This is kind of like theater.
You know why I said that? Because the instruments that I hear, or the music that I hear, those are like, I don't know, help me out here. You know, when you watch a movie, you can hear certain
very
sounds.
cinematic.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely.
Well, thank you.
You know, and I think that's, you know, that's also another quality that I picked up just, you know, listening. So hopefully you guys could sell some of your beats, so to speak. I don't know if that's an insult to call it a beat.
No, not at all.
Okay, because that's unique in itself. So hopefully, how do you protect that? By the way, how can you protect
Well,
that?
you don't let go of it. You hang on to it until you're dead.
But you know, if someone hears you and someone sees what you sees what you do, like they're going to hear this broadcast, then what? Someone might steal it. How do you protect it?
Well, I'll tell
it
you
won't
how
be me, because I can't pick up an instrument.
I'll tell you how you protect it.
Here it comes.
Creativity is infinite, and if somebody is so small-minded as to pick up someone else's music, then they don't have the talent to last anyway. And you know what?
Yeah,
you got it, and as long as I keep working, I'm gonna keep coming up with
Wow.
So.
What can you tell the YouTube audience, especially the young guys that are growing up, that might aspire to get into the music and be themselves and create, what can you tell them?
Work. I mean, a lot of people, and this sometimes is instrument specific, like how do you play like that, or how can you do that? And the big secret that everyone wants to know is practice. Work at it. Whether it's your individual playing or whether it's with an ensemble of whatever kind, just work at it and keep working at it.
The answers really reveal themselves as you continue to put in the time. And another thing I would say is you have to believe in yourself.
That's a big thing.
It's really important, and you have to believe in yourself to know when you're wrong and when to move on. And you have to believe in yourself enough to know when everyone else is wrong and you're the only person that's right. Because that happens.
And it can be scary at times.
Yeah.
You have to stick with it.
Yeah.
You have to.
And you know, sometimes a good song can sound bad because you didn't play it very well. But if you still think it's a good song, then you should stick with it. It doesn't mean that anybody else is going to hear what you're hearing. But you need to believe in yourself enough to work hard enough to be able to finish that vision and present it to somebody as you hear it.
Okay, and I guess with that is, outstanding. With that, I don't have nothing else to say, but I appreciate every word that you said.
Thank you.
You taught me something. And
Awesome.
Also, I hope whoever's looking at this interview, you change something for the positive.
I hope so.
Okay? One person can change the world. You heard that.
I believe it.
And sometimes it's with one note at a time or one word at a time. Okay? We are the power. You have that power within yourselves. And you're showing that live on stage. And the people at the Raw, Studio 509, appreciate that.
Well, thank you very much for coming. And,
Thank you.
This has been a blast.
Tell us what your next set's going to be.
It's going to be rock and roll.
It's going to be partially improvised.
Yes, we have one or two original tunes we'll sneak in there, and we're just going to play. Let our personalities go out to the peoples.
We're going to take some risks, and hopefully
Hopefully pay off.
Yeah, the people follow us all the way.
Okay, and with that, we're going to let them rock and roll.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. All right.